February 22nd, 2020 was the date that this rupture happened with the pipeline. Where were you when it happened, and tell me how the night unfolded for you.
Well, I was at home, and so I heard, like three booms. The first one was loud, the second one was medium, and then the third one was low. And then I began to smell a funny smell. And so then it kept getting stronger. So I called my sister and I asked her, I say, have they said anything about any gas leaks or anything like that up there where you are? She say, well, yeah, my son, DeBray, he called me and said that the pipeline had blowed up. And so after that, I hung up and I called 911. And so they told me they hadn't got any, information or anything like that. And so by that time, my daughter and grandbaby came in. They ran in the house. My daughter was beating on the table. My grandbaby fell out on the floor and she said, it's something out there. It's something out there. And I guess maybe by that time, I don't know what was really actually happening to me, but I can remember telling my daughter, I said, well, call 911 again. Well, and I called them, and that's when they told us they couldn't help us. They couldn't send nobody in there, and we had to get out the best way we could. Anyway, they had told us if we could get out, that they would meet us on Highway 3. And so they told us to come the back way, go down to the Rock Road. And so we went down through the Rock Road and we made it out to the highway, but there was no ambulance out there waiting. And they told us to go on down to Vicksburg and go to the hospital there. So when we got to the hospital, they gave us breathing treatments, something because our head was hurting real bad, and something for pain, and they kept us there about 4 hours. And so the next day, they asked us, I got a call and said we could come back home. They would meet us at the post office and do a walkthrough, with us to make sure it was safe to go back into the house. And so when we got to my house, and as soon as he opened the door, he told us to get back out. So we had to leave back out. He said, stay about 45 minutes and come back. But then when we got there, it was still the same. So it was kind of cool that day. And so he told us that, we had to leave all the windows up.
How long did it take the house to clear?
I'm gonna say it probably about 2 or 3 days, because I even called the butane people because because I'm like, okay, well then maybe this is a butane leak, maybe a line is leaking. And so they came out. And so anyway, he said, ma'am, you don't have no leak. You don't have no leaks.
It was because of the carbon dioxide.
Yes.
They're planning tens of thousands of miles of this carbon capture pipeline across the country. What advice would you give somebody if they knew that the carbon capture pipeline was going in close to their house?
Well, I tell you what, number one, stay prayed up. Stay close to God, because it was God that got us out of there. To show y'all, I just had to tell this part of the testimony. 3 days before, my daughter and my grandbaby hit a deer. And so her car was in the shop. So she had to go and get another car, a rental car. And the rental car that they gave her was a car that ran off a battery and gas also. God set things up for us by my daughter hit the deer, because the car she had, it wouldn't have made it out. And my car wouldn't have made it out. And so with her having the car with the gas and the battery, because everybody else, they were saying their cars were stopping and everything like that. But we was able to get in that car and come right on out. It was God that got us out of there. And if you smell anything, leave. Don't wait. Don't call 911. leave while you have a chance to leave.